Welcome back to the show. Thank you for coming to this episode of Small Project Alert. On this episode, we're going to be doing what I like to call my donut method, where we wrap the fabric around some rings in various sizes to create a beautiful applique on the dress. This is an example of what they're going to look like right here sitting on the shoulder, and that is the biggest one. So the rest of them are just going to grace right around the neck, and it's going to be amazing. I love all of my color choices and stones. We're using so many specialty stones just to create something that's really gonna pop off of this dress. Gold is the theme, and this is what we're about to do. Welcome back to this episode of Small Project Alert. I'm gonna show you what I'm getting into today. So, I'm adding these beautiful little circles to the back of the dress. Now let me kind of bring it forward. So these here, I still have to attach. I added them yesterday. I stoned them yesterday, and I think that they're gorgeous. I actually brung them around all the way around the neckline in the back, and then I decided to bring a leaf-looking design down the front of the bust. But that's on the regular video, not the Small Project Alert. Hi! So, you're gonna need your ring and that extra scrap piece of fabric. You can cut it maybe about 7 to 8 inches long and about 1 inch wide. You want to add a dab of glue in a line just to the inside of the ring, and then what you're going to do is just wrap it around. Once you get it nice and tacked into place, the fabric is going to kind of mold into the shape of the ring, and you want to just slightly pull the fabric throughout the ring until you completely wrap it. So that's what I'm going to show you right now. So as you're wrapping, you want to make sure to overlap the last piece that you wrapped, because you want to give it some stability. It is just a plain old piece of plastic ring, so you want to make sure that it's not going to snap, and if it does snap for any reason, the fabric will still hold it together. So you want to just continuously fold, overlap, and wrap until you reach the other side where you started with the fabric. And then sometimes you want to go around it one more time just for stability. Once you get to the end, you'll have a straight flap just like that. You want to line the very end of it with some E6000 or your glue of choice, and then just slightly fold it over the ring and connect with the glue so it can be nice and seamless with the rest of your wrap. Then we're going to just sit that to the side and let it dry. Carry on to the next size. But in this case, I had already done the other side pre-video. So right now we can just jump right into stoning. Don't you love it? Isn't the back of this dress amazing? Oh, so these rings are going to mimic that ring in the center. All right, everything is nice and dry. So now I want to pick all of the stones that I want to use, because these rings are smaller than the one that's already on the shoulder. So I have to use some of the smaller sizes in the specialty choices that I did. Luckily, we have a vast variety of sizes and colors and styles of stones for me to choose from. Here you see me about to create the very first inner ring. So this inner ring, I'm using a size 30 golden shadow stone, and I'm adding some of the pears as well. It's gonna be gorgeous. And voila, they're done. Aren't they amazing? Aren't they beautiful? Don't they just match perfect with the two that are on the dress? Oh, I can't wait to add them on. Just mimic this look up here for all of these, just to give it a more rich feeling. And this large one, and then they just go very small to this one with just only 4 of the moons. I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is show you how I sew these down to the base. Thanks for watching my quick little ad for the Q&A that I do every Saturday and Sunday at 12 p.m. If you ever had any questions, feel free to come and ask your questions. But what I'm doing here is sewing on a anchor stitch to the actual gown, and then because the rings are made of fabric, I can just push my thread through the back of one side of the ring, bring it through the dress again, out of the other side, and then connect it right to the other side of the ring, the far side of the ring. So I'm going to create another anchor stitch on the far side and then go right through the other far side. Far side to far side, near side to near side, and then connect. Then you want to tie it off, cut it out, and your ring will be successfully on, stuck, stitched permanently there, and not coming off. And after I'm done stitching them all, we're gonna glue them down just for security. On some of the smaller rings, I only had to stitch it in 2 places, but on this bigger ring, I tried to go in all 4 spots just to make sure that it never moves and it never comes off, and it's nice and secure. Because you know me, I don't want any kind of ballroom tragedies happening and things get to flying and accidents get to happen. Not on my watch, not in one of my dresses. So now that you got everything in its proper placement, everything is secured and sewed down, this is the step where you glue everything down. Sometimes you got to make sure that you hit every single thread point and every single loop that you do, just for added security and to make sure that your dress lasts forever and it doesn't need repairs anytime soon. It's a new dress and you don't want to have to hassle with finding things that's falling off. This is all done. That's exactly what I was just saying. So now let's go and let that dry while we move on to the rest of the dress, and I'll be back with the final scenes on this small project. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned how to do it. This dress is finally done. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Do you see the pairs? Do you see the way I made them kind of trickle down the shoulder here? Oh, let me let you get into it. Do you see it? I love that little detail. I like to call it a braid, and I like to put it everywhere. So the focal point on this dress was supposed to be gold, and I think I did a damn good job. I love it. I love the way that this dress came out. I even added one of the braids in jet through the center. Let me show you the small project. So the small project came out amazing, and so did the back. I love these ones I threw to make just more of a dramatic kind of back piece. I mean, it was already dramatic with just this done, but it just brings your eye back down. It's a smooth gown. I mean, it's a very, very sexy smooth gown, but it's a smooth gown. So the back has to be the focal point. But this small project came out really nice. You see them? That's all of these little loops that I added. I love it. I love it. I added it. Well, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.